I've never been tortured, and neither has Dick Cheney.
That was Whoopi. Let's bring in the author of Enhanced Interrogation. Dr. James Mitchell helped develop the CIA's Enhanced Interrogation Program and interrogated 9/11 planner Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. Doctor, thanks for being here this morning. So what do you make of Whoopi's comments and how they reflect the media's view of what you had to do to keep our country safe?
Well, honestly, who cares what Whoopi Goldberg thinks? You know, I'm tempted to just completely dismiss it, but on second thought, maybe she could show us how it's done. The next time there's credible intelligence of another catastrophic attack with the potential to kill thousands of people in the United States, maybe she could go to some unsafe place in the world and interrogate the terrorists, and I'll stay back home. I'll stay safe with my family, and I'll criticize her like she criticized us. You know, I think what she's doing really is value signaling. I think she's preening in front of an audience that likes her to show how much more morally superior she is to us. But I would say, as a psychologist, that she needs to be careful. And the reason for that is because a strong-willed man like Donald Trump, if he's exposed to the waterboard, he's not going to think like Whoopi Goldberg thinks. He may see its harshness and think, that's exactly what we need. We need to be doing more of that. Remember, when they were trying to decide whether or not waterboarding was legal, I waterboarded an Assistant Attorney General of the United States. He got up off the waterboard and decided that not only was it legal, not only was it not torture, but it didn't violate our treaties with other countries. So I think she just needs to be cautious.
So the idea, when you waterboarded that assistant AG, the idea was, I want you to see what this feels like, and he or she stood up and said, it brought me to the precipice, I probably would give up information, but ultimately I'm safe and just fine afterwards.
Actually, it was the other way around. He demanded that we waterboarded him so he could decide whether or not it was torture. And in the run-up to doing that, I waterboarded a CIA attorney, a woman, who would not allow us to waterboard the Attorney General, the Assistant Attorney General, until she was waterboarded. And both of them said essentially the same thing. It sucked. I wouldn't want to do it again, but I don't think it's torture. Now, the laws have changed, and that's the other thing that I think your viewers probably should be aware of. This is a tempest in a teapot. The laws have changed. The moral landscape has changed. Waterboarding is off the table now. So fussing and getting hysterical about waterboarding is an irrelevant waste of time. It's simply value signaling.
Dr. Mitchell, briefly, could there be a world again where waterboarding isn't off the table? Have we forgotten what our enemies will do to us?
Well, I actually don't think it's necessary right now, given our current threat situation and the capabilities of our organization. But if the bad guys ever get a nuclear weapon, you can bet your ass that it's going to be on the table again, because no president of the United States is going to allow a terrorist to set off a nuclear bomb in New York City or Los Angeles or Chicago or Seattle or Portland because they want to maintain a moral high ground. And if they do, they ought to be ran out of town on a rail, because that's just despicable.
Dr. James Mitchell, author of Enhanced Interrogation, you know of which you speak, sir. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Who's going to say it? Anybody?
Don't make me say it.
I'm not going to make you say it. Anybody can say it? That was pathetic. I'll say it. Let me go out. I'll get killed. Everybody I've talked to, Democrats, independents, Republicans alike in the meeting said that was pathetic.